I'm wondering if you're an asthmatic like I was labeled, are you living your life based on the limitations of your lung capacity and how you feel because of the side effects to your asthma protocol? I'm going to share with you 4 tips on 4 things that you can do today to help you get to the root of that. I was labeled a non-responding asthmatic because typically what helps asthmatic wasn't working for me. And I knew that there was way more to life than me being resigned to living this way, with a very limited lifestyle. Our children were very young at the time of my lung crisis, and I longed to be part of their normal childhood, to play with them, to wrestle, tickle them, read them stories, take them out to the park, go biking and hiking. But I couldn't do these activities because they winded me, and using my inhalers came with a very high price. Are you currently missing out too? And I really missed date night with my hubby, where I wasn't plugged into my nebulizer and doing things that got my heart rate up, in a healthy way, but I couldn't because my heart felt like it was going to burst. What do you do? But, you just have to refrain from these activities. And I'm sure you are human just like me and want to live. And not only live in the sense of existing, but you want to thrive. Really live life to the fullest. You don't want to miss out on these important things in life. And if you're anything like me as well, and you have restrictions like I did because of the side effects to the medications that you are dependent on to be able to breathe, but you want to get to the bottom of these things and you're ready to change the reality when it comes to your dependence on these inhalers and meds to help you breathe, then listen up. This might be helpful. So I'm going to share with you 4 things that I personally did that you can start implementing today to help you to heal your lungs and help you get off of these medications that are causing you side effects and things like that. But of course, with the okay of your doctor. So the first place is that we need to address is diet. If you really want to see a big, significant difference in your lung function, is limit or avoid inflammatory foods such as dairy, wheat, sugar, and red meats. These foods increase phlegm and make your lungs very unhappy. Try it out. The second one is detox. So detoxing your body to help get rid of toxins that are accumulated in your body, stuff that are being stored there. So we want to make sure that our elimination systems are moving and working well. So the first thing that we want to do with that is, if you're not already, you need to drink half your body weight in ounces every day. Start off with a little bit and increase until you can tolerate that. Now, this will keep your cells hydrated so that they can do their job. Now, the next thing is make sure your bowels are moving as they should. So if you're eating 3 meals a day, you should have 3 bowel movements a day. Because if you're not, you might be constipated and circulating a lot of those toxins. We don't want to do that. So, but you might have the other problem where you're maybe going a little too often. Now, if this is you, no problem. There's a remedy for that. The other thing in detoxification is doing monthly liver, gallbladder, and kidney flushes. These help to remove endotoxins and toxins, from the things that we ingest, like food coloring, flavorings, environmental chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, all of these sorts of things that we ingest, right? Even prescription and over-the-counter medications that reap havoc in storing these filtration systems. If we don't remove these harmful substances from our body, they will just keep recirculating and going throughout our body. So let's make sure that we support our body well in moving them out. The third thing is supplementation. Let's face it, our soil is very depleted and it isn't what it used to be 50 years ago. Okay, so we are just not getting the nutrition out of our food as we did once before. So supplementation is key. I suggest get yourself a methylated multivitamin, because with up to 70% of our population having the MTHFR gene mutation, we better err on the other side of caution. And the other thing is get yourself some prebiotics and probiotics to help support and rebuild your gut. As long as you have a leaky gut, things like foreign substances will leak out and settle in your lungs because they're already weakened, right? And just increase even more inflammation. So we don't want to do that. Another thing is get yourself some bioavailable magnesium. Our cells need magnesium in order to function properly, and most individuals are deficient. Another thing that our cells require to keep the integrity of their armor is the right kinds of fats. So our cell's exoskeleton, the outer membrane, is made up of phospholipids, in other words, good fats. So get yourself on a complete omega supplement. And because bad guys, whether they're harmful bacteria, viruses, funguses, enzymes are powerful weapons to penetrate through their protein armor and kill them. Enzymes can break down scar tissue as well. So if you are not currently taking a supplement that makes a difference in your health, especially your lung function, maybe start thinking about doing that. Now, the last thing, the fourth thing, which is very, very important, is your mindset. Your mindset makes a significant difference. What you think and what you feed grows. So if your mindset is like, this will not work for me, or I will never get better, well, have you heard this quote? Whether you think you can or can't, you are right. What you think about and feed grows. Do you believe that? Now, I hope that you have learned something new today and that it persuades you to look into what, I have shared with you to help you get to the roots of your asthma. Everyone has a story to tell, and I would love to hear yours. What would it mean to you if you could get off of your dependence on inhalers and meds so that you can breathe easily and live life to the fullest without these awful side effects? I would love to hear that. Let me know.